Viewers of Emmerdale believe they have figured out which resident could finally expose Dr. Todd. The scheming medic has continued tormenting Charity Dingle, becoming increasingly cruel as she demands cash in exchange for keeping the baby's secret hidden. Todd has already intimidated Jacob Sugden and is now beginning to manipulate Vanessa Woodfield too. However, fans are convinced her downfall is approaching, and they suspect it will come at the hands of a familiar face returning to the village. Many fans are predicting that Sadie King will be the one to take Todd down, with some even theorizing the two women may have a hidden connection from the past. Posting online, viewers shared their belief that Sadie's highly anticipated comeback later this year will become linked to Todd's storyline and ultimately lead to her downfall. One fan commented, "Sadie King." Another wrote, "I've just read that Sadie King is returning and they've got history." A third added, "Sadie King," while several others agreed that Sadie should be the person to finally destroy Dr. Todd once and for all. The speculation comes after news broke that Sadie is heading back to the ITV soap after 2 decades away. Patsy Kensit will reprise the iconic role in dramatic new scenes, with the actress confirming the exciting announcement herself. Patsy shared her excitement about returning, saying she was delighted to be back on the programme and had always cherished her previous time on the soap. She described Sadie King as a character she thoroughly enjoyed portraying and praised the cast and crew, adding that she felt incredibly grateful for the opportunity to return. Show producer Laura Shaw also expressed her enthusiasm, revealing that the team were thrilled to welcome Patsy back and see Sadie King return to the village in explosive fashion. She teased that Sadie's comeback would shock viewers, while her seductive personality and ruthless streak would bring plenty of drama to the Yorkshire Dales. Fans were naturally excited by the announcement and quickly took to social media to discuss what Sadie's return could mean for the residents of the village. One viewer predicted that Sadie would likely team up with Graham in a bid to reclaim Home Farm. They also said they were eager to see scenes involving Sadie and Kane again, remembering their fake kidnapping and shooting storyline as some of the soap's best moments. Another fan suggested Kane and Jimmy would completely lose their minds when Sadie reappeared in the village, while one excited viewer dramatically referenced the song "Bring Me to Life" by Evanescence to celebrate the news. Emmerdale delivered a dramatic cliffhanger in the latest early ITVX episode as Dawn Fletcher attempted to leave the village behind, only for her escape plan to be interrupted at the last second. During the episode, Dawn met with Moira Dingle and admitted she was struggling with overwhelming guilt over their revenge scheme against her fiancé, Joe Tate. The situation became even more complicated after Dawn and Joe had spent the previous night together, shortly after she confessed her feelings for him. What made the moment even more painful was that Dawn had actually been preparing to reveal the truth about the plot. Fans will remember that Dawn teamed up with Moira and Kane Dingle in an effort to destroy Joe after learning he had blackmailed Robert Sugden into framing Moira for double murder and human trafficking. Joe secretly planted passports belonging to workers connected to Celia Daniels and Ray Walters inside Moira's home in order to set her up. Robert agreed to Joe's demands because he feared Victoria Sugden would otherwise take the blame for killing their half-brother John. Joe possessed video evidence of the incident and used it as leverage against the family. Following the fallout, Joe persuaded Moira to sell Butler's farm to him, giving him control of the property. He later added to her pain by cutting down the memorial tree planted in honor of her daughter. Moira's original revenge idea involved confronting Joe with a double-barreled shotgun, but Dawn soon became involved after discovering the truth. Together, they decided Dawn should remain close to Joe in hopes of eventually gaining access to his fortune. Earlier in the week, however, it was revealed that both Joe and his former guardian, Graham Foster, had already figured out what was happening behind the scenes. Rather than seek revenge, Joe admitted he wanted Dawn to make her own choice about whether she truly wished to stay with him. Joe then began showering Dawn with affection, in the hope she would reconsider leaving him. He even rushed to help her after she collapsed at the bottom of the stairs and needed hospital treatment. Terrified that everything around her was about to unravel, Dawn later warned her ex-husband, Billy Fletcher, that major changes were coming and promised he would eventually understand her actions. Secretly preparing to flee, Dawn packed her belongings into a vehicle and asked Moira to distract everyone at Home Farm so she could slip away unnoticed. But Graham soon realized what was happening and immediately alerted Joe. Graham attempted to delay Dawn by reminding her how drastically her life could change if she walked away. For a brief moment, it looked as though Dawn might reconsider her decision. However, Graham also warned that staying with Joe could eventually make her resent him even more, causing their relationship to collapse. Just as Dawn appeared torn over what to do next, Joe suddenly rushed towards the car and pleaded with her to listen to him before making her final choice. The emotional episode ended on a tense cliffhanger, leaving viewers wondering whether Dawn will leave the village for good or give Joe another chance. Fans of Emmerdale believe they may have uncovered the real person responsible for the mysterious farm fires, as new clues appear to clear Cami Hadid of suspicion. Cami comes under intense scrutiny in upcoming episodes as Robert Sugden and Charity Dingle become determined to uncover the truth behind the arson attacks. His secretive behavior soon raises eyebrows around the village, forcing him to explain why he has been acting suspiciously. However, fresh spoilers and comments from actor Shebs Meyer seem to strongly hint that Cami is not the guilty party after all. Instead, viewers are now turning their attention toward two other possible suspects connected to Joe Tate. Episodes airing next week reveal that Cami has actually been homeless, explaining why he has spent so much time lingering around the farm. After being accused of causing the fires, he is left devastated by the allegations. Speaking about the storyline, Shebs explained that Cami becomes deeply upset by the accusations due to the difficult position he finds himself in. His comments have convinced many fans that the character is innocent. With Cami seemingly ruled out, viewers have started developing new theories about who could really be behind the attacks. One popular idea is that Joe Tate's partner Dawn Taylor may secretly be responsible as part of her hidden revenge plot against him. Another theory suggests Dawn's adopted daughter Clemmy could also be involved. Fans quickly shared their suspicions online, with one viewer claiming the fire was clearly started by Dawn. Another questioned whether Dawn could be manipulative enough to deliberately target the farm, while also wondering if she was simply trying to take advantage of Joe financially through the take-a-vow deal. A different fan suggested Dawn and Moira's secret scheme might extend beyond Joe, speculating that the pair could also be targeting Robert by destroying the farm itself. They added that Dawn being revealed as the arsonist would come as a huge shock to viewers. Meanwhile, another fan theorized that Clemmy could actually be the person setting the fires, suggesting Kyle may already know the truth after potentially witnessing her start one of the blazes. The viewer pointed out that Clemmy appears fond of Joe and may even be trying to impress him through her actions. Emmerdale is broadcast on weekday evenings at 8 p.m. on ITV1, while episodes are also available to watch from 7 a.m. on ITVX and YouTube.